Hi everyone, this is Cyrus from AML and my concept video topic is learning problems and scenarios. Let us see what is learning problems. A well-posed learning problem is a computer program is said to be learned from experience in context to some task T and some performance measure P. If it is performance on T and as measured by P, upgrade with experience E. Here we see here the three statements are given. One is experience, one is task, and one is performance. When a task is given, we will perform some activities and we will do something based on that performance. So upgradation should be there to get and we'll get some experience based on that performance. By getting, if we measure that, we'll get some experience. Based on that experience, we will upgrade the model. So any problem can be segregated as well posed learning problem, which has three traits. Any problem, if we say it is a well posed learning problem, it should have three traits that are task and performance measure and experience. If you have these three traits, then we can say it is as a well posed learning problem here. And you can see another example which is given by the Adam 1902. A machine learning problem is a well posed if a solution to it exists. If a machine learning problem, for that problem, if there is exist any solution, we can say it is as a well posed problem. If that solution is unique, that solution should be unique. And if the solution depends on the data experience, but should not be sensitive, not sensitive to challenge in the data or experience, and it should be depends on data experience, but should not sensitive to the changes in data. If we changes the data, there should not be changes in experience. Certain example, for example, efficient depends with both problems are. Here they have given the example so that we can easily understand what is the well problem. So to better filter emails as spam or not, to better filter emails as spam or not, this is one of the example of the well learning problem. Let us see. As we have discussed, if we want to say that it is a well-posed learning problem, there should be three traits that are task, performance, and experience. Here you can see there are three traits as we have discussed. Here we can see that what is task. Here for filtering emails as a spam or not, the task is classifying emails as spam or not. This is a major thing that we have to classify whether the mail is a spam or not. What is performance measure? The fraction of emails accurately classified as spam or not. The fraction of mails from the given mails, from the mails, how it is classified of the mails to the spam and which are not spam. Experience is observing our label emails as spam or not spam. Here, getting the experience, what the model got experience, it got experience as what are the spams and what are the not spam mails. They got experience by performing some, by performing on the task. They got the experience. Based on this experience, it will upgrade the model. Let us see another example for the better understand. A checkers learning problem. It is similar to the chess but not as chess. Here the task is playing checkers game. That main task is playing checkers game, and performance measure is percent of game won against opposite. That is opposite. A percent of game won against opposite, and experience is playing implementation game against itself. These are the three traits for the checkers learning problem. So we'll call it as a well-posed learning problem. Handwriting recognition problem. Task. What is the task? Acknowledging handwriting words within portrait. Performance measure percentage of words accurately classified. And if we given the some words and the pictures and how it is recognized it as a text, how it is recognized as a image, that is the performance measure. How it is classified that given some text and pictures and it is how it is classified whether as a text and picture, that is the performance measure by the handwriting recognition. What is experience in this example? A directory of handwriting words with given classification means we have given some data with a combination of pictures and data and text. So it takes some performance on the given task so that it is classified as the pictures and text. That is the experience. What is text and what is picture? They got experience. So this is the three traits of this handwriting recognition problem. So we call it as a web process cleaning problem. A robot driving problem. What is the task of this? Task driving on public four-lane highway using side scan. By using side scanner, it has to drive. Performance method is average distance proposed before a fallacy. Experience order of images and steering instructions noted down while observing a human driver. Fruit prediction problem. Task forecasting different fruits for recognition. And we have given the different types of fruits. You have to identify them and we have to classify the fruits which are similar. What is the performance? Able to predict maximum variant of fruits. Experience training machine with the largest data sets of fruits images. By classifying these images as a separate. For example, we have given the basket with a bunch of apples and supporters, grapes, and mangoes. They should identify what are the mangoes, what are the supporters, what are the grapes, and so it has to classify each and every thing. So that is the well posed problem, which is learning problem. Next example is face recognition problem. Here the task is predicting different types of faces. As we know, everybody has different faces. So it has to identify different type of faces. Performance measure able to predict maximum type of faces. That is, if we, for example, there are 100 people are there standing over there, and it has to find out each and every faces is accurately 100 faces. If the result is 90 faces, there is a lack of experience in finding the faces. So this is by performing some by doing some task on by doing some performance on the task, we got the experience. By based on the experience, it will give some, it will upgrade the mission model. Experience training mission with maximum amount of data sets of different faces images. Automatic translation of document. Here the task is translation one type of language used in document to other language. Performance measure able to convert one language to another efficiently. Experience training machine with a large data set of different type of languages. Here experience training machine with a large data set of different languages, different types of languages. For example, there is a data set contains the only 5 languages. If I give the 6th language which is unknown to the machine, is it predict? It won't predict because there is only it got experiences of only the 5 languages. It won't predict the 6th language. It won't recognize the 6th language. So if I train the model with this 6th language, so it will perform betterly and it will be recognized as a 6th language. So based on the data set, based on the performance, it will upgrade the model. Machine learning scenarios. As we have discussed what is well post problems and some of examples of well post learning problems. Now we'll discuss what is machine learning scenario. Let us try to take a few scenarios showing how we can actually use machine learning. Fraudulent internet banking transaction. Let's again we take the examples of fraudulent internet banking transaction. Let's assume that we have certain number of bank customers using their internet banking facilities to some third party payment applications or gateways. In that case, there should be a point where the transaction should get rejected in case if it is fraudulent. That is the challenge. Find out the fraudulent transaction. Here you can see the customer given one application with a model historical based on the previous data, that is historical data and previous data. We will perform some operation perform on that machine learning algorithm. So it will predict it is whether it is a fraudulent or it is a safe transaction. We could be in the scenario. First we will get all the historical transaction data and processes through the machine learning process like we saw in earlier session, and eventually get a predictive model that an application could data is used to make decisions. Predictive customers. Let us see another such example where the challenge is to find out how likely a customer is to switch. Let's take an example of internet data provider or a mobile company. In this case, customers usually call the call center. For every customer, the call center employees need to identify what are the chances of customer to switch to a competitor. Knowing that a call center executive can then offer a better deal or offer some curative deal to prevent customer to switch and retain him. The challenge is how to identify those customers, and the answer is again machine learning. Here, the data provider or mobile companies usually have a lot of records called data. The data may be vast and very detailed, so an application could be created around the data to consolidate it. This created application could use technologies like Fox, Hadoop, or any other big data technologies. Here you can see easily understand here customer will call to the call center and he will give some application consultation called here CRM data, call data, consultation, call data, machine learning data, machine learning application, consultation application. These technology by using this technology, we will predict whether the customer accept their offers or not by using the Hadoop Spark, which is machine learning application. A company then maybe need to associate the consultation data with more data like data coming from the CRMS to really create ample amount of right data that machine learning want to use. This is not uncommon. Machine learning process can take data from multiple sources to process. As a result, there would be a predictive model that applications of call center could use to make decisions and predictions on customers like clients to switch. It really adds values to the business and helps in overall growth altogether. Conclusion. It also asking about the right questions that the act as a beginning to machine learning process. After that, we need the right and structured data to answer the question. And this is the part which take most of the time in completing machine learning process. Then the process with the number of iterations starts until we get it their predictive model. That model that model is updated from time to time to adapt the changes that happen periodically, and finally the model is deployed in the next step. We'll focus on this is will perform the task on the machine learning model iteratively until we get the correct accuracy value predicted model. This is a brief introduction about the well-posed learning problems and scenarios of machine learning scenarios. Thank you.